Justin Gatlin is the latest in a long line of sprint sensations to emerge from the USA.
Gatlin got a good start. Look at this man coming through now. Gatlin. What a fantastic performance from Gatlin. It's all about Gatlin.
Ultimate goal is to be one of the best sprinters in history.
And what a fantastic performance from Gatlin. And look at the time.
It's the American leading the Jamaican at the moment.
He knows he is the world champion.
Justin Gatlin is the world champion here in London.
What's up, everybody? We back with another episode of Ready, Set, Go. We in the building. And you know who's sitting to my left, my right-hand man himself, the bearded wonder, Mr. Green.
The bearded, she said it for me, man. Today we have one of our rising stars in the building from our RSG list. Olympic finalist, NCAA 100, 200 meter, and 4x1 champion, McKenzie Long. Welcome. Hey!
Thank you. Hi, guys.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Doing good.
How you doing, man? I'm going to start off this show a little different, man. Man, McKenzie told me a little bit while we was off camera. I want to know how she feel about this. There is a track page dedicated to some of our most beautiful women. They call it track baddies, and she is on there. She said, "I see everything. I saw that." How do you feel about being one of the track baddies on the internet?
It's a good, coverage of beautiful women on the track and field stage. So I mean, I love it. I'm here, track baddie within itself.
But you also said what they need to do. They need to.
I think the women need to start a track baddies for the men. How would that even go? Would y'all call it track baddies?
No, you don't call it track baddies.
We call them city boys. I don't even know.
Look at her. She was like, no. She's like, we not calling it city boys.
The city boys for the men. Y'all need y'all shout outs too. So I see y'all.
Yeah, man. Who do you see? Let's see. We ain't gonna get you in trouble if you want to answer. You could give us a ream of 5 guys, past or present, who you thought, they might have like good lookers on them for the track.
No comment.
There we go.
I'm gonna say no comment. Cause y'all will jump right on that, boy. No comments.
Hey, DM's gonna be like, ding, 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 ding.
Hey, I seen you said me. I just said you look good, boy. I didn't say contact me.
It won't even be like that. First thing they'll say, so you think I'm handsome, huh?
No. Like, I saw that podcast.
Well, it's good we could have fun with McKenzie Long, man. I gotta find the guy that makes that shirt that says "I love track women."
I see that all the time.
I see that shirt.
It's like
whoever makes that shirt, DM me, please.
I don't see. That was the only time I saw that shirt.
No,
really?
I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've
it was
seen
at Nationals.
Several times. I've seen it at different meets. Whoever's making that shirt, I want one.
Where are you gonna wear? Where are you gonna wear the shirt at?
At all the track meets, everywhere. I mean, I wear we are track promoters. Everywhere. On our podcast, we promote track. Even if it doesn't, other podcasts who actually do track, we promote them on there. We don't see them as competition or anything. So.
Okay. So you wouldn't wear it at Walmart?
Yeah, I'll wear it anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Push a shop cart around.
You got some merch you want me to wear? I'll wear it, girl. If it say McKenzie Long, I'll put it on.
I do need to come out with some type of merch because I feel like I've been slacking on that a little bit. But
You can come out with some hoodies.
you think so?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, little cozy hoodie.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah, I'll
Especially
be one
with
of the
my
first
face
ones.
on it.
That right? Just all over the front.
Yeah, you might get
Okay.
sued if you put track baddies on it.
I'm gonna say, I'm
They're
not
gonna be
stealing
like, hey,
that.
that's our junk.
I'm not stealing that slogan. Y'all got it. I don't want no beef.
That's good. But we definitely glad you're here with us, man. We want to talk a little bit about your career, your rise to prominence in the Olympics. U.S., one of the hardest teams to make in the world, U.S. trials. We want to go through a little bit of that. But we're going to start a little bit from your high school career going out. We know you attended NC State. You know, who recruited you from that school? Was it
Coach Johnson?
Coach Johnson?
Alan Johnson, yeah.
The great
Alan Johnson.
Yes, let's put that respect on that man.
Exactly.
I love the way Alan talks, man. I can feel like he got on the phone with like, hey, McKenzie Long. I've been watching you. I think you're going to be great.
Oh, my God. That's perfect.
That's how you sound?
Yes, to a T. It's so calm. Like, he doesn't get routed up at
all the time.
Literally, it's just soothe. And I'm just like, come on, coach. Okay. I love
Fire
that
me
man.
up.
He's
Fire
great.
me up, coach. Hey, you gonna be good.
Yeah.
Well, Alec gonna come get you.
That's
boy.
all right.
Alec gonna get you.
Hey,
I swear that was perfect.
it's just him. But how'd you even get started in track? How'd you find track and field?
Okay, so in recess, growing up, I was always beating like the boys. And, you know, we did field day back then. So I was always just naturally fast. And then I got into gymnastics. And I guess that would probably help with my turnover speed now because I'm so quick up and off the ground. And that was one of the things that Coach Johnson did key into whenever he was recruiting me. He was like, oh, so you did gymnastics? I was like, yeah. He was like, perfect. Like, that is A1. But
You used to run the vault, didn't you?
no, I did power tumbling. I don't know if you know what that is.
It's on the big floor, right?
It's like a rod. It's like straight. It's like a 100 meter.
Oh yeah,
But it's bouncy.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did power tumbling. I didn't do like the beams and the vaults and stuff. I didn't do that. But yeah, that's really how I got into it.
I could see you be one of those girls to be power tumbling, boom, boom.
Oh
hitting the
yeah, I
ground.
would literally flip
one
off
of
all
those
furnitures when I was little.
Yeah,
Unitard
with a little
thing.
unitard.
Yeah,
Being all sassy and everything with the
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
What was your music that you played? Did you have a theme song that you was playing?
No, we didn't do music.
You didn't
It was-
do music?
I was 9 years old tumbling against 18-year-olds.
Oh,
so I was
wow.
pretty good.
You was a prodigy.
I was pretty good.
Okay.
And yeah, that's really just how I got into track and field.
Sorry, if you did have a song when you tumbled, what song would you pick?
I would probably pick This Girl's on Fire. You know?
This girl is on fire.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I'd probably be tumbling to that one.
All right, cool. I like that. So, all right, you made your way into track and field, beating up the boys in recess, field day, and then you found your way into really like structured track, like track team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was that for your first time being on the real track team?
Not gonna lie, I ran the 400, the 200, and the 100 in middle school. I always thought that was gonna be my route throughout my whole track days, but we
The
had
400?
Yeah,
Ooh.
we had to.
Yeah, you like pain. Yeah.
But in middle school, I was really good. I literally won every single race that I did do, and then I moved to Columbus in high school just so I could get like seen and recruited.
Okay.
And then the coach that I did have, his name was Tremaine Peppers. Hi, Coach Maine. He actually molded me into like believing that I could really get to college in track and field. So he did all the connections, all the, you know, let me introduce you to XYZ, and then like literally NC State picked up. I was committed to Ohio State first. And then I decommitted.
Remember, Joel did tell us that last time.
Yeah. Yeah, I was committed to Ohio State first, and I decommitted, and then NC State came around, and then I went there.
That's our homeboy.
I know.
That's our homeboy. He did tell us that story though. When we said he was like, "Yeah, man, she was supposed to come with me.
Yeah.
She was supposed to come with me."
Yeah, I was committed there first. I don't think a lot of people know that actually.
Man, shout out to Joel, man.
Yeah. So that's how I got into it.
So with that, go ahead, Rob.
But that being said, when you went to NC State, what was your freshman year like? You know, we didn't really hear a lot about you at NC State.
Yeah. So coming out of high school, I was battling a lot of shin injuries. I had like 2 stress reactions on both shins.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. So coming out of that, my freshman year, it was really just like teetering around that. Didn't really run much. Also, I didn't know who I was or what I was capable of yet. So I was just still trying to mold into who I am now.
So then you also dealt with the COVID year too, right? Mm-hmm. So how was that like for you?
I actually had surgery around COVID year.
Oh, so it worked out for you then?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, COVID's happening.
It worked out for me.
Then now.
Everybody else was depressed and she was like, yes.
Yeah. But after surgery, that's whenever I was able to get my COVID year. So I was able to run again. And then I ran fast enough to transfer. So that's when I was like, I'm going to go dip into the SEC and see what that's about a little bit.
So what made you pick Ole Miss? Because Ole Miss wasn't known to be a sprinting school at all.
everybody was like, why are you going to Ole Miss? And I was like, honestly, the coach that I have now, he coaches here at UF now. That's why I'm in Gainesville.
Yeah.
But immediately once I picked up the phone and we started talking, it was like, I know I can trust you. And I know like I can come to you with anything and you're able to just like piggyback off that and basically not like be a dictator, you know? Because a lot of coaches, they don't care about you as a person. They care about what you can do on the field and
how many points
numbers.
you can score, yep.
Exactly. And I didn't get that vibe from him. So I was like, I literally like, you're my dog. Like, I can do this with you type. So that's why I went to Ole Miss. And even my high school coach, he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, trust me.
She just said, yeah, it's about numbers. And then she ended up scoring the most numbers by herself.
Right.
I mean,
so even if she says it, it's like, still end up being about great numbers.
Yeah, it was great numbers.
10 points here, 10 points here.
Yeah, exactly. But it was basically just like off the trust that me and him have. Like, our connection is great. So
that's how I picked college as well.
Yeah.
I went to all these different schools, LSU. I actually verbally committed to LSU. And I went on a trip to Tennessee, and then the coach there was we was on the same wavelength. He was like, I'm just going to make you the best you want to be. And I was like, I'm sold.
Yeah.
So after that, we scoring points.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly. And that's whenever I was like, you know what, I'm going to just turn this program around a little bit. So that's what I did.
I think you turned it around a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think you turned it around a lot.
The thing that sucks is I only had 2 years there. So I wish I could have just, stayed there a little bit longer. But
I'm pretty sure if you get a call for the Ole Miss Hall of Fame, that's not far-fetched.
Yeah.
That's not a far-fetched phone call from years from now. I wouldn't be surprised.
I remember when I first heard about you, and they was like, yeah, you seen that girl McKenzie Long? I was like, yeah, what's you running at? They was like, I was like, Ole Miss. I was like, for real? I was like, yeah. Watch it. I was like, all right, I'm a fan. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's individualized. So, I mean, I just put my trust into my coach.
Listen, you said you only had 2 years there. Let's talk a little bit about your first year there. When you're there, Julian is on a terror. She's on a terrorist run. What was that like? Because in every video you watch with Julian, you're right there.
Yeah.
You're right there. Like, you're in lane 7 or lane 6. Watching her, because you almost actually parallel did exactly what she does.
Yeah.
A year later. How was that being there? Did that motivate you, watching Julian do what she did, being in those races, knowing that you can be right there? How was that for you?
Of course. Julian is a phenomenal athlete. She's a power horse, bro. Like, all seriousness. And just watching her and just realizing, like, okay, I'm in the SEC program. Like, she's in the SEC. We got to do what we got to do. Everybody is coming in full force. And I just thought of it as like a motivational factor for me also because, one, I was coming off my hip surgery. It's like my first full year that I did have coming off my hip surgery. So I was still trying to see my potential. I didn't know my full potential yet. And then obviously whenever I ran sub 22, it was 180'd a little bit at nationals. I was like, okay, let's build off of this. Like, you still got more work to do. And the job wasn't finished at all. And the job still isn't finished because, we got more work to do.
100%.
But yeah.
You went through that junior year with the win league 2022. And now you're coming back into your senior year at Ole Miss. What was that motivation like? Going into the year, midway through the year, we had a little bit of turmoil. What was that like for you?
So piggybacking off of what I did do previous years, obviously I did go into this new year and like had, pressure. I didn't want to fall back or I didn't want to slack off anyway. So I had that kind of in the back of my head, but at the same time, like, I had to trust in myself, trust in, my coach and doing what he already did do. And then obviously whenever my mom did pass away, it was very unexpected. And that instantly just became like another fuel to like what I'm about to do and who I'm doing this for. So
with your mom passing, I think it was January, right? For you?
Yeah, the end of January.
Do you remember where you were when you got the phone call and everything? And how did you immediately leave and go back home, or how did that look like? Because us as the audience, we watched you and we knew the news, but you looked like you were so tapped in, like you felt that energy from her, and you used that on the track. So how was that when you found out, though?
I was in my bed, honestly. I had a boyfriend at the time, and me and him, we was talking. I was like, I haven't talked to my mom in like a week or so. And I was actually on the phone with his mom at the time, and then my stepdad called, and I was like, hold on, I'll call you back. And he immediately was just like, I'm so sorry, like, she's gone. And then I was like, huh? Like, I was confused. And then he was just like, I'm sorry, I don't want to tell you this over the phone. And I immediately, like, that feeling whenever your heart just like drops? Mm-hmm. My heart dropped to my stomach, and I was just screaming. I was like, no. And then, like, luckily he was there to like comfort me.
Yeah.
But it was just a moment where I honestly just keep it in the back of my head because I don't want to think about that all the time. Mm-hmm. But coming back into track, I did take a couple of days off. I didn't go home. I didn't want to go home. I didn't want to just have another reality check. So I just took a couple of days off. I took like 3 days off, actually, which is pretty crazy to think about. Like, usually, like, guys will just, like, go MIA for weeks. But no, I didn't want to get in the sunken mood and not be able to get out of it. So I didn't want to take too long off.
So you want to stay busy, so
Yes,
keep your mind off of it.
Exactly. I wanted to stay busy. So I took my 3 days. Coming back on the track, I was in so much pain. Just like being able to run, my lungs hurt and my chest was hurting. And literally, I was just like, why does this hurt so much? Like, I'm not even doing anything on the track. I'm just jogging. And I'm literally in pain. Like, my chest was burning. But then again, I was exerting a lot of energy, crying. Like, I was bent over in the shower, just in a ball, just crying, screaming.
You were drained.
Yeah. And
Emotionally.
Literally, I didn't know how much that affected a body
and
until
it physically exhausts you.
You go back and like try to do what you just did. So it took a little bit of time to like get back into swing of things, but luckily, I was okay. I mean, it ended up being in my favor the long way, but and then I actually ran in the first track meet indoor a week after my mom passed away. And that was a thing within itself. Like, I honestly was gonna not run and I was just gonna quit at that meet.
Like, while you were warming up and everything, you just like, you probably numb, right? Or you just like, all right.
I was mad at everybody. I was mad at my coach. I was mad at the trainers. I was mad at anybody who like decided to bring me to this meet. Like, I didn't want to go out there. I didn't want to perform. So I went to my trainer and she could just tell on my face. She was just like, you're not okay. And I was like, no, I'm mad at you. Like, why am I here? And then she was like, no, we're not going to do this. She said, go talk to Coach Bree. And that's our other coach that helped out with Coach Air.
Yeah.
And I went to her and she said, come here. And I was like, okay. So I followed her to the track and me and her sat in the bleachers. And she was just like, talk to the track. Tell it how you feel. And that's literally how the bleachers thing came about.
Really?
Yeah, that's how the
we
bleachers
thank her,
thing
man.
came upon.
We that's great coaching.
Yeah.
That's really great therapy. That's great thinking. You know what I mean? That's something that a lot of coaches don't really recognize or have on it. Every coach don't have that. You know what I mean? Some coaches be like, oh, I ain't no therapist.
Yeah. That's why my trainer, she didn't want me going to my sprint coach because she was like, he's not the person that you need right now.
100%.
She went to Coach Bree and she was like, you need to talk to her. And that's why she stirred me off and we literally sat in the bleachers. And I just had a moment, like, I cussed the track out. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was literally like, I effing hate you right now. And I just got everything off my chest, like, then and there. And I think that did help going forward to just allow the track to be a safe space.
Yeah.
Instead of rejecting it.
Those were some beautiful pictures of you sitting in the stands by yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I think I even sent you a message and I said, you should frame that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was so powerful.
So many people was trying to catch me in that moment too, and I got so mad. I was like, "This is my moment, y'all."
They all like this.
Yes, like
Yeah.
this is vulnerable. This is where I talk to my mom, and this is where I just need to just like let things out and just be an empty mind. And so many people were just like, "When are you going to the bleachers?" Like trying to stage it, and
Really?
I'm just like, "You can't stage that. Like it's just too sentimental. It's too emotional. Like."
Hey man,
Just
y'all
leave me
stop
be.
that, man. Y'all stop.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I get it though, but still, like, it's just, I'm a human being at the end of the day.
Is that something that you feel like you're going to carry on through your rest of your career? Or
Oh,
are you
for
gonna,
sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
That's cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
this interview probably won't help you with the photographers. I mean, they're
I
gonna
know.
find.
No.
You going? We got
No photographers, no. Don't do it.
No.
You're gonna see yourself on Getty's images.
No way.
You're gonna be like that to me. That's gonna be crazy. Listen, how was it like after you cussed the track out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything is so fresh. That's your first meet. You got a long season to go.
Yeah.
How did you navigate? Because I lost my father and I still deal with it. It's still rough for me, you know what I mean? But how did you navigate like your emotions while still trying to perform at the same time? You know, is it something that was up and down, or you were even keel after you did what you did?
Yeah. I would probably say therapy was a thing after my little moment that I had on the track. It was like, you need somebody. And I was like, yeah, I do need help. So they got me into therapy. It wasn't involved with the school. It was outside therapy because I didn't want to do grief as like a component of my therapy. And she really helped. Her name was Adelaide. She really helped just give me a different perspective of grief. Like there's two sides. There's a negative side and there's a positive side. And then I was really trying to navigate my feelings with the whole track and field thing and trying to still perform at the same time. And she was like, think of it as you doing this not for you, but for something bigger than you. And I was like, you know what? That's a good, like, that was like thinking outside the box moment. Because I've always thought of it as, okay, I need to go out here, I need to perform, I can't mess up. My mom, I just lost my mom. Like, I need to do this for her. I just had so much pressure on myself. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, no, like, this is so much bigger than you. So do it for her and not, you know, to please her or to do anything like that. So I took that, I ran with it. I decided to just let go. Just let all of it go. Don't bring it into the track. Deal with that afterwards, and just whenever you step on the track, just relax, ease your mind, and just have fun at the end of the day. Yeah. Like enjoy the process instead of like stressing over it. Oh, what if I fail? Or oh, what if this goes wrong? Just have fun with it, and honestly, whenever you do that, it'll follow. So I had to believe in that. Faith is a crazy thing.
So crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy. It's so powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Faith is powerful. And the fact that I went to each meet and I was like, you know what? I have God and I have a powerful, powerful angel up there with him. And I really just took that and ran with it. I was like, I'm protected no matter what. So yeah.
I love that. I really love that.
As you went through your collegiate season, people know who McKenzie Long was, but every meet you ran, you did something more amazing every time. Mm-hmm. And the people who they thought would be the people, your name started to leap above those people.
Yeah.
What was that like? Because first you were like in the shadows, and then every other week or conference, your name would leapfrog, and then the story of your mom and help you get higher. What was in your head? Did that affect you, knowing that, okay, now I'm getting to be in the top 3 on everybody's list now? What do I need to do, or how did you stay focused?
Honestly, it was a lot of attention that I wasn't really ready for. Can we talk about trials?
Yes.
Okay. Going into trials, I was probably so emotionally not myself just because I did come off of a high of like nationals, 3-time national champion, now have to make a team. And I physically was not there. Like I was there, but I was not there. And
I was concerned.
Yes.
I was concerned about that for you because you sealed the deal NCAAs, right?
Yeah.
And then now you have to backdoor it with the Olympic trials. And I was like, emotionally, I wonder where she is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Emotionally, it was
very
crazy.
worried after your 100.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Continue.
Emotionally, it was crazy. The 100. So going into the 100, everybody knows it's not my favorite. That's not like where she is. Okay, I won nationals in the 100, but still, like the 200 is where I enjoyed, performing and stuff. So going on the 100, I already got that in the back of my head. 2, there was what is it? What do y'all call it whenever like they check in? Like the official, there was an official at the check-in, and she gave me a gift. I was like, I'm about to lock in. Like, I'm about to go out here and run this 100, and you're giving me a gift. Like, I almost cried before I went out to the 100. It just messed it all up.
Don't give McKenzie gifts at the call room. Leave her alone.
You was in beast mode. You was like, I'm ready to get it.
But listen to the lady that gave the gift. She probably wanted to be a nice gesture.
Yes.
She probably didn't know. She thought it would help you.
Yeah.
And didn't know. So we thank you for the gift, but that's not the time to do anything like that.
It was a nice gesture. I really appreciated it, and the fact that she was even thinking about me in that moment, like, thank you so much. But that definitely like stirred my attention. Like I was like, oh, my mom. Like it just automatically was in a whole different place that I did not need to be in, and
because you didn't run a bad race.
I didn't.
You just reacted
froze.
slow. Yeah,
I froze in the blocks.
Yeah.
I honestly was in my head, not gonna lie. Like even whenever they did the cameras and they positioned it, I saw my dad and my stepmom, and I don't ever see them before I run. And that got me too right before I got in the line. So it was just a lot psychologically that I was going through before the 100. And honestly, I was like, we're gonna have to block out everybody for this 200. And make this team, and that's what I did. Like I'm glad that I went through that because, experience. Everybody, they don't know.
Nah, you don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking about that, you making the team in the 200. I think you had just turned pro. Mm-hmm. You had signed your deal.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
On that. She's with the 3 stripes.
3 stripes.
I think that is, what was that like for you?
It was quick.
It was quick.
It was quick. The process was quick. I wanted a deal before I even got on the track, so I didn't have to worry about that or stress about that, like trying to make a team and then try to get a deal. So I wanted the deal like before I even got to trials, and I did. So finding my agent and then signing with Adidas, they gave me a really good deal. Can I talk about it?
Of course.
It's your deal.
I was saying, can I talk about it?
Everything on here you can talk about. There's no licensing. You can talk about it.
Okay. They signed me for 5 years, which I didn't realize is like pretty long in the track and field world.
It is.
Because not a lot of people talk about their deals. So whenever I told my trainer she was
make sure you can talk about your deal though.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm fine with talking about my deal.
I mean, in your contract.
Yeah. But everybody was like, wow, like that's a super long deal. So I chose Adidas, and I'm really happy that I chose Adidas. I do miss my bubble spikes though, but it's okay.
Y'all have some bubble spikes now.
Yeah, it's kind of like an addition of a bubble spikes. I'm still testing the waters in those, but
listen, if they sign you to a 5-year deal, that means that they believe that you're gonna do big things.
Yeah.
So you have a voice.
Yeah.
So speak on it. You know what I mean? Speak on it.
I got you.
They're gonna help you in no matter what. So whatever you need, as long as you remember when they sign you, that those checks that you're getting is for you to be number one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get signed and they think, oh yeah, it's free money. No, it ain't.
Nope.
It's an investment on what they think that you're going to do.
Yeah.
Your job is your business, and your job is to go out there and win like you've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So once you handle it that way, I think definitely, I already think you have a bright future, but I think you'll be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, you signed your deal.
Mm-hmm.
5 years, which is great because they usually sign you in 4-year cycles.
Mm-hmm.
4-year cycles.
Yeah.
But, which is definitely great. Now that you have that under your belt, and we move on, you make the team in the 200.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do any interviews
No.
until you made the team.
Yeah. Like I said, block everybody out until
And
I
then
make a team.
You just see a rush of emotions as you start to talk. What was that moment like for you once you achieved what you knew you could achieve?
Yeah. Coming off of, because last time I saw my mom was around this time last year for a winter break. Literally me and her talked about was like, Mom, like, do you think I can go to the Olympics? Like, it's next year. Like, am I going to be able to do this? And she was like, literally just have fun with it. And you literally can go to the Olympics. Like, so when I made the team, instantly, that's what I thought of. Like,
Yeah.
I literally was just talking about this, like, to my mom. And it was just a fruition moment. And I was just like, okay, this is really happening. And the transition from America to Europe is crazy.
Yes.
No, look at
It's crazy.
we always laugh because we always like we look at the rookies and be like, I hope someone tells them.
No.
What the transition is like. That's the one thing, and we see somebody's helping with it. Aaron Brown from Canada, he actually has his book in helping like athletes transitioning, whether you need an agent or whatever. But there should be your agent or somebody. There should be a process where they tell you how long the flight's going to be, what the transition is going to be like, what the food's going to be like. There should be a book on this.
No, they'd be like, good luck.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go. There you go.
See you there.
You know,
Like-
how to travel. You should wear compression socks. You should hydrate.
Tell me. I want to know it. I want to know everything. What
Go
was the
ahead.
experience?
Go ahead. What was your experience?
I was more upset about the food.
Oh yeah.
Like, I went over there, and you know, like in Europe, they have like their plate size is like the palm of my hand.
Yep.
And I'm like, how am I supposed to eat off of?
And you eating like a country girl.
Exactly. Like, how am I supposed to perform off of this? But luckily, we had our Team USA. They had like their own little dining hall. But I had to like stack up my food over there, so I wasn't hungry whenever I got back to the village.
Snacks.
Well, listen.
Snacks.
Nobody told me
snacks.
about
Yes.
snacks.
So I remember traveling. What was it? I can't remember. I had the room, but like the USA. I opened my bag and he saw like the oatmeal I had for breakfast, and then he saw the snacks I had, and I was like, "Hey, yo, after the cafeteria closed, boy, you gonna be real hungry,
yeah,
my boy."
boy.
Like,
He was like, "I ain't got
nobody
none of that." I was like, "I'll share with you." And after that trip, he saw me on the next trip. He's like, "Thank you."
Yeah, nobody told me about snacks. I wish I knew that I could bring like snacks from the US over like overseas.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
better.
I would have been sad.
You better.
Because that was crazy. I was like, Coach.
It's so sad your crash course was actually the Olympics.
Literally. I'm like, okay, everybody's like, how was the Olympics? And I was just like,
I'm hungry.
it was stressful. What do you mean how was the Olympics? Like, one, I had to learn about food over there. I tried to go on like a DoorDash over there, but everything was in different language. So I was like, what am I going to do? The nutritionists, they try to help out. They try to like give me food and stuff like before I ran. Because you know you had to like have something before you go out there and run.
You probably ate the most power bars and protein bars you ever ate in your life.
Look, PB&J sandwiches.
Oh yes, I love those.
Yeah.
Up in the team room, right?
Yes, that was it.
Yeah,
And they
you
had
know-
a little bit of snacks in the team room, but it wasn't much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now when you go into Europe, when you make it into the, not when you make it, you will make it into those diamond leagues.
Yeah.
You have to pack for your snacks, or you have a duration of a trip that could be maybe a week. Sometimes it could be 2 weeks long. You want to have snacks on deck because with a 2-week period, you might run 4 meets in 4 different countries, and all the food in them countries are not going to be very appetizing. You're going to go down to the room and you're going to look and you're going to be like, is that cooked all the way? Is that cooked all the way?
The village food.
Yeah. 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 I know it's bad.
A shame.
It's bad.
That's all I gotta say.
And you probably like, I'm at the Olympics? This is crazy. The village food is, that's why you saw probably a line for your McDonald's was crazy.
It was so bad. Oh my God. The bacon.
Past McDonald's is dope.
The bacon was, it looked like it was raw.
I'm just
Like floppy.
Yeah.
Like it just looked like it was not edible.
That's European bacon for you.
I said, this is actually crazy.
Yeah. And the eggs. Oh my God. The eggs are
Exactly.
runny.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no scrambled eggs over there. They don't believe in scrambled eggs. But yeah, that was crazy.
Welcome to professional
Welcome
life.
to professional track and field.
I still carry snacks with me. I get hungry. And
Yeah.
he knows. Even now, I still carry snacks anywhere I go.
If we have to do an interview or something and I see it, I be like, hey man, you think we could have like a small lunch before we go? Because I want him to be good when we sit in there.
And always have your outlets. Did anybody tell you about the outlets?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, luckily everybody knew about the outlets, but nobody told me about food.
Oh,
The opposite. You would think survival mode.
Yeah,
So
man.
They go for the outlets first.
So other than being starved,
Yeah.
what was the experience like for you at the Olympics though? How'd you feel like being there?
Stressful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're going there as an athlete, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
First
was-
round, second round, and third round, all of them stressful.
So I did have for the semis, I did have a moment in my head again where, so whenever I'm talking about like I have a moment in my head, it's like everything zones out and it comes back in. Like I'm not there, and everything just like, it's hard to explain.
I get what you're saying.
No, I get what you're saying.
But it's literally, it affects me like really, really bad.
It comes surreal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So semis, whenever it was dark, all the lights, it got to me. It got to me bad. Like I wanted to run off the track type. Like when I was like, before I got in the blocks, I really wanted to just leave. Like I wanted to run off the track.
Really?
Not in the race. I want to run off the track. That's just how like psychological it was. But at the same time, I'm really happy that I did get to experience my first Olympics at this age, because, you know, we have another one in LA. So,
Well, the good news is it gets easier because
yeah,
most Olympics are always going to be the same. World Championships are always going to be the same. It's going to be a familiar feeling, even though they're in different countries.
Yeah.
But you'll understand and get the hang of that part for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything was just new, and it involves experience. So
Yeah.
I'm just happy I got that one under my belt.
You don't have to worry about food in 2028 though.
I know. Look, I know. I hope not.
Get a little In-N-Out burger.
Look, the US. I hope y'all on y'all P's and Q's.
Yeah, man. Walmart gonna be right down the street. You go pick
Yes.
up whatever you want.
That don't even
Yes.
matter, man. Listen, the Americans that are going to be at the Olympics and in LA 2028, they're going to be like, oh, this ain't good. I'm going to get me an Uber, leave out the village.
You ain't lying. That's
Yeah,
how
it
gonna
is.
be.
Dorjia's going to be at the gate of the village.
They're gonna have all the little Teslas with
Yo.
no driver. Everybody's
yeah.
gonna be riding around with no
Not
driver.
no driver Tesla.
Yeah. Listen, you been to LA lately? They got the little Jaguars.
No, I never been.
I've been
out
in
west.
it. I've been in it, yeah.
Listen, they got
You
the
ever been
little
out west?
Jaguars with no driver. You get in the back seat, it's scary as shit.
A Jaguar with no driver.
Yeah, no driver. Yeah, just drive itself.
It's called, I forgot what it's called, the company, but I got in when I went to San Francisco, and it's literally the car drives itself, like around the whole city. So it does all the turns and everything. You get to pick your music, and you just sit in the back seat, just chilling. Yeah.
Okay, so all Americans gonna be just in cars that don't have a driver.
Yeah. I was
At the
wilding out.
Olympics.
I was rolling the window and be like, hey, I ain't got no driver.
Well, shoot, they have. I think LA has that new law. I think by 2026 they gotta have everybody gotta have EVs. So
Everybody gotta have what?
EVs, like
Electric
cars, electronic vehicles by 2026.
What is this world
They
coming?
They letting that, yeah, man.
Oh wow!
Somebody gonna fact check me in the comments. I already know.
Please.
All right, but I think I read that it's by 2026 they want all the cars to be EVs in LA.
That's different. Okay.
So now you done picked yourself up, left out of Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're here in Gainesville, Florida,
Yeah.
right? How you been acclimating? How's that been going for you so far?
Just acclimating to being a professional is hard, just because you're coming from like a trainer, and now I'm here and I don't really have like a trainer that I can just go to every day without like having to pay a fee.
Welcome to professional life.
you have to pay for everything in the pro world.
Yes. You're an adult. Welcome to adulting.
Exactly. But I would probably say I'm still trying to figure that out because obviously I was in Oxford. Everything was going well for me over there, and I had to up and leave to come and restart all over again. But I do have to remember, like, being outside of your norm is good. You know, you don't want to be, like, just comfortable. You don't want to get complacent. So I'm going to take this for my advantage and navigate and one up what I just did last year.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, the one thing, since you have to, and we've talked about it on our shows a few times, and he has a consulting firm about like doing it, is you have your contract now, and you do have to get everything yourself. You just budget in the ways of, all right, this is my massage budget. This is what I have per year. You spice it down into how many massages you get a week or treatment. Then you have your, if you see a mental health therapist, you have that budget section out, and you just budget out your money for the year and use it as needed, and only use that money for that.
Yeah.
And that way you can kind of stay within the realm of routine. Because like if you just be like, oh yeah, I have this on this card and this on this card and this on this card, and you can automatically build, I go to the therapist twice a week, or I go to the massage therapist twice a week, I go to the chiropractor twice a week. If all that is on that card, you know how to track it, how to write it off, and everything else. But Gatlin Consulting, they help with that.
I'll say one thing. One thing that's a good hack that would be for you is once you start traveling, align yourself with either training partners that you have that you're going to the same meets with, and if there's a therapist that can travel with y'all buy in on the ticket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then you can get the therapist to come with you. You don't have to worry about standing in line, getting worked on by somebody who doesn't do a good job. You know what I mean? So you can start being more familiar and your body gets acclimated quicker, and then you'll produce better times as well.
Yeah.
Consistent good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that we're that's different this year is obviously like we have a longer season. So my coach is like taking his time going into, each race mod and just each factor of just training, because you get in crazy shape crazy fast, like which I do get in shape.
I seen some of your workouts you post. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say the weightlifting. The
weightlifting one.
Yeah.
I think you were doing one of them. You were doing like 150s or something like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, we're lifting. Well, we was lifting, still are lifting pretty heavy.
You like lifting?
She's thinking about it.
I would say it's not really like a bad thing, but I'm not gonna say I like it. But
it's
what
the means.
do you like as a part of training?
Means. I like the okay, so how my training goes is we have like 2 race mod days. So Monday is like the 100 day, and then Thursdays is the 200 day. And like we split it up into where like we do like fly 60s or like fly 110s, or we do like 2 reps of like a 180 or a 150. That's what I like, because I get to see what I'm about to do like at the track meet.
Okay. You like flying and turnover stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
I like flying, turnover. We haven't gotten to that part yet because we're still trying to like build onto that. But that's going to be in January whenever we come back. So I'm excited for that.
Are you going to do indoors, or are you going to just focus on outdoors?
Not really. I think I'll do like 1 or 2 60s indoor.
It's okay. No one remembers indoors by the time April comes around anyway.
April comes and indoors is forgettable.
Yes.
What's going on?
I personally don't like indoor. I mean, I face planted at least once every time I was at Arkansas track, and that's literally all we went to was Arkansas track. Yes, I face planted going down it at least once every year. So I'm not really.
Well, your face
big.
still looks nice.
I was like, thank you. I was like, thank you. My skin is on that track and everything.
Wow.
Let's cut that tradition out, man. New chapter in life.
I'm not a big fan of banked tracks. So I like to be outside on that. Flats.
Big turns.
Big turns. I like outside.
I do want to rewind a little bit. Speaking of outside, the 1 and the 2, everybody knew that you were a high possibility of the winner. You know what I mean? It wasn't clear cut, but they know that, if you was going to make a bet, a lot of the highest bets was on you. Which wasn't a high bet. What I want you to talk about is Ole Miss's 4x1, which was a surprise. Nobody saw that.
Listen, your energy transfer was crazy because I'm still thinking like, oh Miss. I was like, what they do? Multiplier? She had clones or something? Because that was crazy.
Ole Miss is getting some heat right now. It's okay.
What was that like, with your other 3 training partners, your other 3 teammates going into that car room? What was into the final? What was that talk like of, hey, we gonna go and try to steal this?
Yeah, we honestly knew that we could win like the whole outdoor season. We just had to put the legs together. So once we like figured out the order and we knew like, oh, okay, like this is working. Coach actually like shortened our steps right before nationals, and I guess it worked out in our favor. So Ole Miss actually put some things together.
Y'all handle business.
Y'all handle business.
How was your teammates after obviously hearing, the passing of your mother? Did you feel like your teammates stepped up for you and stuff?
Yeah, I have 2 wonderful teammates. Well, they're not my teammates no more, but
They're gonna always be your teammates.
I'm gonna say they're my literally my closest friends now. Jerica and
Shout
Grayson.
out to Jerica and Grayson.
Yes, Jerica and Grayson. Whenever my mom did pass away, them 2 they immediately came over, brought me flowers. They got me little gifts. And Jerica cried whenever she got in the house. She just didn't like seeing me upset, so
Yeah,
we just cried together.
I like that.
Yeah,
Good sisterhood, good bonding.
yeah. It actually brought us really, really close after that.
That's cool. So now they're your number 1 fans as you go in the
Yes.
professional realm.
Yes, Grayson actually went all the way to Paris to watch me run.
Did she?
Yes.
That is
Grayson
cool.
That's a real
traveled.
friend.
That's a real
Yes,
friend
she
right
did.
there.
Grayson traveled.
That was
all
her
the way
first
to
time
Paris.
traveling too internationally.
I don't think it was her first time traveling international, but
still,
Paris,
yeah.
Paris, it was her first time.
That's cool. Did you get a chance to spend time with her out there, or were you kind of just stepped in?
course.
What did y'all do?
Well, she actually hung out with my family a lot because I couldn't really be out there with them.
You was locked in.
But we got food and stuff. It was small things.
Okay.
So yeah,
Did you go to the final party of the Olympics?
I did.
You did? Did you have a good time?
Oh my God, I did not know that it didn't close till 6 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was out until 6 a.m. I was like, I don't know how y'all are doing this right now. I mean, it was cool. It was a lot of people, so I don't really do the big crowds, and I like to be home. I was like, this is the Olympics. Why not go out? But I could have just.
You're more of like a
stayed
couch
inside.
in a blanket.
Oh yeah, 100%. For all y'all out there, yes, I am a homebody. Everybody thinks, oh my God, she's so pretty. She might be out and about. No.
Got the heels on. You have the dress.
No, not me. I like to be home with my dog and lay up and watch Netflix.
And get tattoos.
And get tattoos. Yes.
Get a
And
shot of that.
I told everybody, because I had a mic'd up session at the Olympics. I think it was at practice.
Uh-huh.
I told everybody I'm getting a tattoo. Literally, once I'm done, I got the rings, and I have my mom, and I have her name on the back, and it's all Hawaii theme, and I have a phoenix right here.
And it's
And
It
that is
resembles,
one of the biggest
rebirth.
tattoos I've seen.
Really?
Did you
Olympic-wise?
did all that in one session, or you had to?
Yes.
Whoa!
If I didn't, I was not coming back. The pain hurt. The pain was unbearable.
Shout
it
out
was
to you,
crazy. Thank
and
you.
shout out to your tattoo artist because that's amazing,
Yeah.
especially in one session.
Yes, one session.
How long did it take? How many
6
hours?
and a half.
Ooh!
That's why she's a homebody. Cause
Yeah.
the whole time. What time did you start?
I got there at 12.
Oh yeah, that's all.
I didn't leave until 8.
So what did you do while you were sitting there? Did you listen to music or what?
Yeah, I made him get some lunch meat and some bread because I didn't eat. I mean, I ate, but it took all day. So I was like, if I don't eat, I'm not gonna get through this.
They should have put it on Netflix for you.
No, literally, literally. But yeah, I literally just sat there and was on my phone scrolling.
Well, must say it's a beautiful tattoo. One of the beautiful tattoos
Thank
I've ever
you.
It's
seen.
very, very, very
Definitely.
nice.
You gonna get more ink?
I gotta finish my arm, but after that, I'm done.
That's what you say now.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah,
Everybody's trying to get me to finish this leg, and I'm like, y'all sit there and get a leg tattoo and let me know. No.
In 3 years, holla at me. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna get another tattoo.
I don't think I will, honestly. That was really, really painful. I didn't even finish it. low key not finished, but you can't see it because I have socks on.
There you go. Okay. You're gonna go back and finish that then at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
Okay.
We talked a little bit about your indoor, about you doing a little bit of indoor meets. What do you expect from yourself outdoor if you want to speak about any of your goals? Like going through the whole outdoor season of 2025. Are you a part of any of the meets that are signing athletes like Grand Slam track or anything like that, or Athlos or anything?
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't want to go on to Grand Slam this year just because it's so new, and coach didn't really see it fit my schedule, so I'm not really. I don't even know my Diamond League schedules yet. Like, I don't know what meets I'm going to yet, but I do want to redeem myself, and I do want to medal in both the 1 and the 200.
It's early though. I mean, it's not even really indoor season yet, so you have a lot of time to figure that part out.
Yeah.
And that figures, those Diamond Leagues figures itself out depending how you run in your first meets. You run fast in your first meets, they all open up. You don't, they're like, yeah, we like her, but we're going to take this one.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm sure I'll figure that out too as a rookie going into the professional world.
The best thing for you is to stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. Once you stay healthy, you can still move off of what you did last year and build upon it. But if you're unhealthy, you can't make money, you can't run. So your health is probably priority number 1 right now, to stay healthy. I'm pretty sure that's the priority for your coach also.
I agree.
Well, I'm excited to see you run. Could be this year, 2025. You had me go through all those emotions in 2024.
Oh,
you had me laughing and crying.
I was
like, I don't even have no tissue in the house. What's going on?
It's so crazy because it's already been like a full year.
Yeah,
Like,
it's going to go fast. I'm telling you right now.
this year
2028 is going to come by so fast. You're going to be like, wow, it's the Olympics already again. It's going to come
Oh.
fast.
Yeah, like literally the other day I looked up, I was like, wow, like my mom's passing is next month, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So yeah.
So just take the time, find your peace, stay focused, stay hungry. Because the season's going to come and go really quickly. And the next thing you know, you're going to be in your 3rd year already. It's going to come fast.
Protect this, man. Anything that's not positive for you, cut it off.
Oh.
Cut it off. Cut it off.
The media,
Cut it off.
crazy.
Yeah, man.
Y'all are crazy people out
Cut
there.
it off. Cut
Yeah.
it off. I want to ask one more question, man. I don't know. I always ask everybody, when you got your kit from the USA, your USA Olympic kit, did you try it on in the mirror and do like high knees and it's like, did you? She like, yeah, that's it.
Everyone does it.
Everybody does it.
Do little high knees in the mirror.
Like, oh, look at me.
But honestly though,
Look
like
at me.
the unis actually like they fit pretty well. Like whenever you put them on.
Yeah.
But some of them like they was too tight. I was like, okay, this is not what I'm like comfortable in. I don't ever run in this type of like uniform.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, they was overall pretty good.
But you did look in the mirror and do some high
Oh,
knees.
for sure. Yeah. 100%. I had to test it. I had to test the uni before I go out there.
All right, since we're talking about USA and the uniform, we play a game. And the game is you have to pick your dream 4x1 and who would be on it.
4x1?
Yes. So you're already
you have
on
to
it.
be
You
on
have to
it.
pick 3 other people.
And you have to put it in the order.
Oh, order 2?
You have to do the order.
Oh. Okay. I feel like y'all, this is hard. Why y'all put me on this spot? Is this like anybody?
Any U.S. body.
Current US body.
Yeah.
It can be US.
She knew. She got to do that. Gotta be.
Well, but, all right, we'll give her US, but it can be past too. In the US though.
Then she has to do 2.
She gotta do 2?
Past and
No,
present.
no, we're just gonna do. Okay, we're just gonna do 1.
All right.
Okay, I would probably put TT1.
Okay.
Where do I fit in this? Me second.
On that backstretch.
That's not a bad deal.
I probably. This is hard. Gabby third and Sha'Carri last.
Okay.
That's a good.
I like that one.
I would
like
probably
that one.
say
I actually can see that really happening.
I can actually
Yeah.
see. Yeah, I can actually.
Yeah.
that was really hard.
I can
I'm not
actually
gonna lie.
see that happening.
Yeah,
Now, that was hard.
yeah, that was hard.
Now imagine you get to pick throughout the whole world too. That'd be harder, right? That'd be-
Yes, it would. I don't want to. I don't want.
You didn't
that
even want to try.
Okay.
No.
No, I don't want that
I don't
problem.
I don't even want it.
I don't want to try at all. That's actually a good 401. Actually might be one you call the fruition. You'll see.
Yeah, my coach did say if for a world relays, he was like, "Would you want to like be a part of it?" I was like, 100%.
It's in China.
I
It's
would
good.
love to.
Take snacks. It's in China. It's
That's a 23-hour flight.
23-hour trip.
I'm
boy.
not looking forward to the flight to Tokyo
This
because
is-
it's. Is it longer than China?
It's about the same.
Yeah, it's about the same, maybe. Yeah, about the
They're
same.
both on the other
Yeah.
side of the world. It's about the same.
Yeah.
Okay, snack it up.
So snack it up.
The first two diamond leagues in China too.
Yeah, I think I'm a
Download your Netflix shows.
Yep.
yes.
Bring your blanket. You can't bring your
Yes.
dog. Sorry.
Okay, I gotta leave them. Get a doggy hotel.
Have your snacks. You'll be ready to go.
You'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure I'll have like my whole pro training group riding along, so
For the most part, yeah.
For
you
the
would.
most part.
You would for sure.
I'll be okay.
Yeah,
You will.
for sure. Well, with that being said, McKenzie Long, we appreciate you coming on the show. We wish you nothing but good luck in the future. We will be watching and cheering on. And with that being said, Rod, do you have anything else?
I don't, man.
Well, you know what it is then.
Man. We thank you guys for joining us with our special guest, McKenzie Long. Until next time on our next show at Ready, Set, Go!
I'm so